Excellencies, Your Honors, ladies and gentlemen, I would like to welcome you as a President of Aegean Young Business Association, EGİAD. We are proud to be the integrator of this valuable cooperation. I am delighted to be with you this online event, even if circumstances do not yet permit all of us to meet in the same room. Let me outset express my gratitude to all presidents of Valensiya and İzmir Chamber of Commerce and valuable commitments of İzmir and Valensiya municipalities, also distinguished diplomatic members and honorary consuls Spain and Turkey. Turkey-Spain relations begin with the signing of Treaty of Peace, Friendship and Commerce in 1782. Bilateral relations reached new dimensions by mid-80s as a result of Spain's accession to NATO and European Union, as well as through the implementation by both countries similar economic policies which give priority to liberalization and accessing new markets. Bilateral political dialogue and economic relations have strengthened the reciprocal high-level visits realized since 80s. In line with this sound relations, at the end of January of this year, the Ambassador Conference held in capital Madrid, and Spain's Prime Minister, Mr. Pedro Sanchez, said he wants to strengthen Turkey's relations not only with Spain, but the European Union as a whole. I would like to thank Mr. Sanchez and all of the Spanish citizens for their support. Almost a year ago, just before the pandemic crisis started, we have visited Valencia as EGİAD delegation. Our mayor, Mr. Tunç Soyer, and his team also joined us. We have great visits to several institutions, including Valensiya Chamber of Commerce and Valensiya Municipality. We shared common vision to make an agreement to increase possible trade between İzmir and Valensiya. With these agendas, two institutions today will sign an agreement, and hopefully in near future, we'll follow the principles set in this agreement and accordingly toward mutual benefits. COVID-19 outbreak has already caused deep disruption to world trade, affecting both supply and demand sides of global economy. Many governments have ordered temporary closure of non-essential manufacturing facilities, while numerous corporations either have taken such measures voluntarily, have simply decreased production due to disruption in their supply chains. International trade is also one of the potential victims of current pandemic. The pandemic has also slowed down the progress of various international trade initiatives around the globe, as states currently preoccupied with the crisis. That's why today's meeting is very crucial to re-energize our member firms. As President of EGİAD, I am honored to be part of this great event. I would like to remind all the attendees this is a 30 minutes long meeting. Now, I would like to invite Ambassador of Turkey in Spain, Mr. Cihad Erginay. The floor is yours.
Thank you very much. I hope you can all hear me. Herkese merhabalar. Madrid'den selamlar. Hola, buenas tardes a todos. It's a great occasion. Thanks for inviting us. It's a pleasure to be a part of this very exciting. And at the outset, let me just build a frame and say that the economic and trade relations between Turkey and Spain are excellent. And the total volume of trade that we had before the pandemic, before COVID-19 struck, was 13 billion euros. This is a big amount, a great amount. Of course, it has decreased during the pandemic, but I'm sure we will recover as soon as it's over. And the Valencia region is our second biggest trade partner, Spain, and that's very important. And we have quite a few investments from Turkey in the Valencia region, namely in the cement, in the porcelain ceramic, in the logistics, olive oil industries, and others. And I'm sure that these will increase in the future. Valencia is also a preferred destination for home buyers from Turkey, which is an interesting aspect of our relationship. There are many ways in which we can cooperate and reach the target of 20 billion euros. That's our target, as was expressed during the JETCO meeting between our ministers of trade last year. So from 13 billion to 20 billion, it's a big step, but we think it's doable, especially with the participation of large economic powers like İzmir and Valencia. I've always defended the view that sister city relationships are very important, but they should always go hand in hand with institutionalized relationships with the chambers of industry and commerces and also universities. And this is what we've always tried to do. And now with the signing of the agreement today, we've taken a first step between the very important economic and trade centers of İzmir and Valensiya, which are also centers of tourism and culture and arts and so on, in order to build on this and go to a sister city relationship and beyond. I think this is doable, and thanks to everyone who's contributed to this relationship. So this relationship between the chambers of commerces make what exists between Valensiya and İzmir lasting, durable, sustainable, and stronger. So it's very important. I was in Valensiya just last weekend to attend the basketball game, nothing economic this time, but it was a sports event. And I've had very good relations with the Chamber of Commerce in Valensiya throughout my time in Spain. And last year, just before the pandemic struck, we had an event where we introduced Turkish cuisine to members of the Chamber of Commerce with the president of the Valencian Chamber of Commerce, where we both shared our skills in the kitchen. We cooked and we ate. Of course, we ate more than we cooked, but it was fun and just a different aspect to improve our relationship. I was also in Valensiya when the mayor of İzmir visited last year, the delegation from EGİAD, as was just mentioned. And this meeting laid the foundation for further cooperation and actually the signing of this agreement today. So I thank everyone that has been involved in this from both sides, from İzmir and Valensiya. The embassy is always here to contribute in any way it can. Anything we can do, please let us know in order to further this relationship. And I hope that the next step will be the establishment of the sister city relationship. And once again, I congratulate everyone concerned and who was involved in this process. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Mr. Ambassador. I would like to invite Mrs. Naciye Gökçen, representative of Ministry of Foreign Affairs in İzmir. We couldn't get your voice, Mrs. Ambassador. Mrs. Kaya, we couldn't get your voice. Naciye Hanım, sesinizi alamıyoruz.
Hola, buenas tardes. Un placer saludarles desde Esmirna, Turquía. Excelentísimo embajador Javier Erbueta, excelentísimo embajador y colega Cihad Erginay, Honorable Emiliano Garcia, Councillor of Tourism and Foreign Relations of the Valencia City Council, Senor Adolfo Porcar, Honorary Consul of Turkey in the Valencian Community, and Mr. Onur Ergüce, advisor to the mayor from the İzmir side, Mr. Mahmut Özgener, I don't know if he's participating. He is the president of İzmir Chamber of Commerce, Mr. Muharrem Kayhan, Honorary Consul of Spain in İzmir, Mr. Avni Yelkenbiçer, our host, and all those whom I might not have mentioned, my sincere regards and greetings to all of you. Let me first of all extend my thanks to Mr. Avni Yelkenbiçer, President of EGİAD, and the previous President, Mr. Mustafa Aslan, because he had always mentioned about this important event during his term, and his team, as well as their distinguished counterparts from Valencia, Spain, for organizing this event and inviting us to their important signing ceremony. It's such a great honor and pleasure for me to take part in this event. As you all know, Turkey's relations with Spain, as my dear distinguished colleague, Ambassador Cihad Erginay from Madrid has mentioned, we have excellent relations with Spain, and we attach great importance to the cooperation and relations enjoyed by our countries as allies, friends and strategic partners. Our countries share common perspectives on various regional international issues. Our Foreign Minister, Mr. Mevlüt Çavuşoğlu, paid an official visit to Spain, as you know, on 8th of January 2021. As agreed during this meeting, Turkey is ready to host the 7th Turkey-Spain Intergovernmental Summit meeting in the second half of this year in Turkey. And the next Joint Economic Trade Committee, JETCO meeting, and the Business Forum will also be organized in parallel with the 7th Summit. We believe that this summit and the related meetings will pave the way to create new opportunities in bilateral and economic and trade relations. As you know, our target bilateral trade volume has been set as $20 billion. We are hopeful to reach this target in the short term once the negative effects of COVID-19 is over. I have no doubt that the cooperation agreement, which will be signed between the Chambers of Commerce of İzmir and Valensiya today, will highly contribute to these efforts in this regard. Spain is the 7th biggest investor in Turkey, but we hope to attract more investors from Spain, and we also encourage Turkish businessmen to invest in Spain. There are several fields in which Turkey and Spain can develop joint partnerships, projects such as defense industry and renewable energy. I believe the similarities between İzmir and Valensiya and the cooperation to be established with the signing of these agreements between İzmir and Valensiya will play important role in further strengthening of relations between our countries. As the representation office of the Ministry of Foreign Affairs of the Republic of Turkey in İzmir, we are ready to contribute to our efforts to the best of our ability. Muchas gracias. Teşekkür ederim.
Thank you very much. Right now, I would like to invite Mr. Onur Eryüce, Advisor of Mayor of İzmir.
Chairman, thank you very much. Your Excellencies, Your Excellency Cihad Erginay, Your Excellency Naciye Gökçen, Your Excellency Javier Herguda, Your Honors, President of İzmir Chamber of Commerce, Mahmut Bey, Your Honor, President of Valensiya Chamber of Commerce, Mr. Morato. It's a pleasure to address you here. All the other participants, it's a pleasure to be with you. It's a very happy day to join you for this occasion. We had a very nice experience when we have been in Valensiya together with the delegations of İzmir Young Businessmen Association, and we were very well welcomed by the Valensiya, the mayor, and the president of the Chamber of Commerce. So we are further strengthening our connections, and I believe through these kinds of accords and through these kinds of arrangements, we are going to increase our political, economic, and also social interactions between our two cities. As you know, İzmir is one of the largest port cities in the Mediterranean, just like Valensiya. In this term, we share a lot of similarities, and at the same time, we have many matching priorities and interests. İzmir, we have very, very, very distinctive history with 8,500 years of heritages. İzmir, thanks to the maritime and land routes, has become an open city to the rest of the world and to the Mediterranean. Geographically, it's very close to Italian, French, and also to Spanish port cities. And hundreds of years, the goods traded through the Silk Road have been sent to European and North African countries from İzmir. İzmir has always been a hub in these terms. And services and people came to the city along with the goods. So people also brought their arts, their culture, and city has become a point where Eastern and Western cultures mingle and live together. We created a very cosmopolitan city where the cultures of living together flourished for centuries. And the geographical location of the city, history, its demography have empowered the city for successful economic, social, cultural, transport interactions. The signatures that we are going to, put this agreement today is a sign of this cultures of good interactions with the other cities of the world. Izmir today remains as an important and prosperous city, and also still is a major logistic hub in the Mediterranean. As a pioneer city, Izmir connects Turkey to the global value chain with 13 organized industrial zones, 2 free zones, 4 technology development zones, and 4 main commercial ports. City create talents for the new economy with 180,000 students enrolled, 9 universities. In these terms, the collaboration between our 2 cities will offer a lot of opportunities to our people. And I believe beside the economic interactions in the future, through our municipalities and universities, we will also add social, academic, and also cultural interactions to these economic initiatives. I want to thank the President of Chamber of Commerce, and I also want to once again thanks to EGİAD, European Young Industrialists and Businessmen Association, for this very meaningful initiative. And thank you all for, and I want to express the full support of Mayor Soyer to this initiative. And I want to underline that the municipality of Izmir, this Izmir Metropolitan Municipality, will provide all the supports and facilitation to future collaborations between 2 chambers of commerce and other business organizations. And I want to thank you all once again. Thank you, Chairman.
Thanks a lot, Mr. Onur Ergin. Right now, I would like to invite Mr. Mahmut Özgener, President of Izmir Chamber of Commerce.
Very much. Ambassador of Spain, Mr. Javier Ergueta, Ambassador of Turkey in Spain, Cihad Erginay, dear Emiliano Garcia, Councillor for Tourism and Foreign Relations of the Valencia City Council, my counterpart, Jose Vicente Moreta, President of Valensiya Chamber of Commerce, dear Adolfo Porchar, Honorary Consul of Turkey in Valencia, dear Mr. Kayhan, Honorary Consul of Spain in Izmir, dear Ambassador Naciye Gökçen Kaya, representative of Turkish Ministry of Foreign Affairs in Izmir, and dear Turkish delegation. Today we are gathered to sign sister city protocol between city of Izmir and Valencia, 2 important port cities of the Mediterranean region, together with sister chamber protocol between our chambers. Even though the pandemic has limited the availability of meeting in person, it has emphasized the importance of regional and bilateral cooperation by creating a transformation in our economy and commercial life. Therefore, enhancing the existing ties between our countries and cities, which play major roles in Mediterranean trade, is even more essential during this time. Dear guests, commercial relations between our countries are based on a very strong and long-lasting partnership. European Union is the largest trade partner of our country, and Spain ranks the 4th among the EU countries after Germany, Italy, and France. In 2020, total volume of trade between Spain and Turkey has exceeded $11 billion. Even we have been going through a pandemic, this is not a serious decline when compared to 2019 figures. When we examine the trade figures between Izmir and Spain, we observe that our total trade is $790 million, of which $555 million corresponds to Izmir's export to Spain and $236 million to imports. Additionally, I am pleased to note that Spain is the largest import partner of our city. Ready-to-wear and apparel is a product group that constitutes the larger portion of our export to Spain. Moreover, chemical materials and products and vehicles and supplier industry can be stated as other leading exported goods from Izmir to Spain. In the scope of the protocols we will sign today, we should enhance the efforts to exploit the advantages of our geographic proximity and energetic trading sectors and turn them into a larger volume of trade this year in 2021. Once we declare our chambers as sisters, our teams should immediately start the collaborative studies for organizing B2B meetings with the participation of our business people. Dear guests, Izmir and Valensiya are two essential port cities. Valensiya has significant and consistent connections, especially with Mediterranean and Latin American ports. Together with Barcelona port, it is the gateway for Turkish exports to Spain, while Port of Izmir is the entrance gate to Aegean region and Turkey. Recently, Rora transports from Izmir Alsancak port to the port of Tarragona, Spain, have been started in the beginning of February. We are ready to work together to increase the cooperation in logistics between the ports of Valensiya and Izmir in order to integrate our know-hows and gain more trade access to the hinterland of both cities. In order to establish a bridge of trade in Mediterranean Sea, we should organize meetings where our bureaucrats and business people gather and set goals for our future cooperation. In addition to logistics, agriculture, which is the most important value gifted to us by the Mediterranean climate and fertile lands, contain undeniably large areas of mutual development. Izmir is Turkey's largest exporters of olives and olive oil, dry fruits, and tobacco. Dear guests, another common value that we attach great is education. Izmir is a university city like Valensiya, and we host approximately 170,000 students. In parallel to our chamber's vision of high quality education is the key for constructing a successful future, Izmir Chamber of Commerce has established Izmir University of Economics in 2001, being the first private university in our region. Today, more than 10,000 students study at our university, where the medium of education. I am both pleased and proud to say that Spanish is the most preferred language with 1,200 students. The collaboration between universities in Valensiya and Izmir University of Economics would have a great importance in unifying both cities. Some of the topics that we can collaborate on are increasing the number of our exchange students and academicians, organizing virtual seminars, and conducting joint research projects. Dear guests, we firmly believe that our collaborative studies driven by the motivation will enhance the cultural bonds among our cities as well as the commercial trade between business people to higher levels than we have anticipated. We are definitely confident that these protocols will elevate the relations between our cities and the countries to a greater level, and we wish they will produce fruitful results for all of us in the near future. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much, Mr. President. I would like to invite Mr. Muharrem Kayan, Honorary Consul of Spain in Izmir. Muharrem Bey, sesinizi alamıyoruz. Mr. Muharrem Kayan.
Yeah, okay. Honorable participants, Your Excellencies, I'll just take a minute to give you a perspective on how this initiative started. It was almost 2 years ago when former Ambassador Juan González Barba and I visited the mayor of Izmir, and it was just upon his election to the post. And Ambassador Barba's idea of twinning the cities developed into something more substantial, starting from celebrating the Spanish National Day in Izmir for the first time in the month of October, then developing cultural and commercial ties to a much higher standard that existed then, and crowning all these achievements with a twinning of the cities, which was the right approach, and our present Ambassador Argueta is also supporting this initiative, and it is probably, it has been the highlight of my very modest diplomatic consular career that it has now taken root on both sides. So that is where I'll leave it, and I take this occasion to thank all the diplomats or the Chamber's presidents in putting efforts to this initiative, which will be of very, very great benefit to both sides. Thank you.
Thanks a lot, Mr. Muharrem Kayan. Right now, speakers from Valencia side. I would like to invite Jose Vicente Morata, President of Valencia Chamber of Commerce.
Hello. Ambassador of Turkey in Spain, representative of Ministry of Foreign Affairs in Izmir, President of the Aegean Young Business Association, Mayor of Izmir, President of Izmir Chamber of Commerce, Councillor of Tourism and External Relations in Valencia City Council, Friend Emiliano, Honorary Consul of Turkey in Valencia Community, and also our Honorary Consul of Spain in Izmir. Good afternoon, and thank you for participating in this signing of this agreement. It's an absolute honor to have the Ambassador of Turkey in Spain with us, and also our highest diplomatic representative in Turkey. The relationship between the Valencia community and Turkey is strategic for us, for our companies. Nowadays, we have 3,085 Valencian export-import companies to Turkey, and 25 of these are established in Turkey. We have direct flights Valencia to Istanbul, operated by Turkish Airlines. Valencia exports to Turkey grew by 21% in 2020, more than 342 million euros. From the Valencia Chamber of Commerce, we have intensified activities to inform the companies about the current situation and the potential of the Turkish market. A year ago, in the first days of March, we were able to share a business meeting with Ambassador Cihad Erginay, together with Turkish and Valencian companies. The following day, we had the honor to welcome in the Chamber of Commerce the Mayor of Izmir, leading the delegation of the city. In that meeting, we had the first talks that were the origin of this agreement. Also, we had a business lunch with the Spanish ambassador to Turkey in those days, Mr. Juan González. We have held seminars dedicated to Turkey, and we have participated in the World Meeting with UNESCO on the occasion of the Silk Road. Turkey is a friendly country, and I am very satisfied and honored with the agreement we are signing today with the Izmir Chamber of Commerce. I'm sure that both chambers will work to improve business relations, facilitate information, and strengthen collaboration between the two territories. This relationship will be fruitful for both. Really, we are in the opposite in the Mediterranean Sea. We are the gate from South America, Asia, Africa. We need to cooperate. Our companies need us, and thank you very much. It's a pleasure to me and for all our companies. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much, Mr. President. Right now, I would like to invite Emiliano Garcia, Councillor for Tourism and Foreign Relations of Valencia City Council. Emiliano Garcia, the Councillor of Tourism and Foreign. Okay, right now we get your voice.
Sorry. Good afternoon. I'm Emiliano Garcia. Excuse me, but my English is very bad. I'm going to speak Spanish from now on. My colleague, María José Vivó, will translate me. Thank you. Como concejal de Turismo e Internacionalización del Ayuntamiento de Valencia, quería dar en primer lugar una cálida bienvenida a nuestros amigos de Esmirna.
As the Councillor of Tourism and International Relations of Valencia City Hall, I want, in the first place, to give our warmest welcome to Valencia to our friends from Izmir.
Aunque tenga que ser en este formato online, me alegro de que después de un año tan difícil como ha sido el 2020 y con las complicaciones que ha implicado para el mantenimiento de las relaciones entre Esmirna y Valencia, al final hemos alcanzado el objetivo. Con este acuerdo entre nuestras cámaras de comercio 2021 va a ser el comienzo de una prometedora relación comercial entre nuestras dos ciudades, actualmente unidas a través de una media de 4 vuelos semanales Valencia, Estambul, Esmirna.
Even if we have to meet in this online format, I am glad that after a hard year such as 2020 and how we complicated our work towards an agreement with Izmir and Valencia, we finally managed to do it. With this agreement between the Chambers of Commerce, 2021 is going to be the start of a promising commercial relationship for our two cities, currently united with 4 flights each week between Valencia, Istanbul and Izmir.
Creo que Valencia y Esmirna tienen mucho en común y estoy seguro que Mr. Tunic Sawyer pudo comprobarlo en su visita a nuestra ciudad en marzo del año pasado. Ambas somos ciudades mediterráneas con puertos importantes, el segundo más grande de nuestros respectivos países, y nuestras economías tienen como focos importantes el turismo y el sector servicios. Además, tenemos una rica cultura e historia.
I think our two cities have a lot of things in common. I am sure that Mr. Tunic Sawyer could see it when he visited Valencia in March last year. We are both Mediterranean cities with important harbors. Our economies have a strong focus on tourism and the service sector. As well as this, we share a rich culture and history.
Quisiera terminar mi intervención destacando el compromiso que Valencia tiene con ser un ejemplo de inclusión y diversidad, y decir que estoy realmente feliz de que se haya firmado este acuerdo entre las dos cámaras de comercio, de lo que sin lugar a duda saldremos beneficiadas ambas partes en un contexto en el que las alianzas entre ciudades resultan más importantes que nunca.
I want to finish my intervention highlighting the commitment that Valencia has in being an example of diversity and inclusion, and saying that I am really happy that this agreement between our chambers of commerce has been signed. I'm sure that both parties are going to be benefiting from it, especially in a context in which the alliance among cities are more important than ever before. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much. Since all the speeches have been done, it's time for the signature of the cooperation agreement. I hope we will follow the principles of this agreement in the near future. And I would like to thank for all the parties. We would like to have a Valencia delegation at earliest your convenience. Thanks again for all the parties for the participation. For EGİAD President, I'm honored to be part of this project. Thank you very much.